y'all motherfuckers flying through here.
Yes, sir. So, this the documentary, Brother Jihad documentary, from the streets to the penitentiary towards Islam.
Right.
And I just want to ask you a few questions, based on the fact that you, Brother Jihad, biological brother, same
Right.
father.
Right.
And I met Brother Jihad as Brother Jihad.
Right.
Like I never knew him as Jit. You know, like
Right.
I met him when he was on his
But
journey.
he was already
He was on his journey in Islam. Yeah.
Right.
So my first question to you is, like, tell me about some of your experiences, anything you could think of regarding, like, tell me about Jit. Anything come to your mind, anything you could remember.
Well, when he was Jit, you know, he wanted to be a little rapper back in the days, you know what I'm saying? He like LL Cool J was his idol back in the days, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to be a little rapper. He used to love to fight, you know what I'm saying? He used to be, you know, he was real intelligent, man, back then, you know what I'm saying? Curious, you know what I'm saying? And when we linked up as young brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like he say, we grew up with different moms, but we share the same father.
Yeah.
So when we came together as young men, it clicked right off, you know, because we got the same dad, and I guess that daddy blood just kind of like bonded us real close together. But man, he was, you know what I'm saying, he was real curious, man. He wanted to be a little dancer, a rapper. He used to be all over the place, man, fight, you know, everything. But overall, man, he was a real curious child, man. He wanted to know a lot, and you know, but other than that, though, you know, he wasn't really no like just too wild or nothing. But he didn't play when he was in jail. He was on his toes, put it like that.
Okay, yes, sir. So, you got any like stories you could tell me, or any experiences that y'all done been through?
That we did when we was younger, man.
Yeah.
Listen, you know, I'm gonna keep it real. You know, he probably gonna tell you the story himself from when he got shot and went to prison or whatever. But man, we used to be out here, man. We used to rob, man. We used to just do all kind of stuff. You know, that's as we got a little bit older. You know what I'm saying?
Around what age you talking right now?
I'm talking around about, man, I was around, I'll say 17.
You big brother or little brother? Which one?
Yeah, I'm older than him.
Okay, you older than him.
Almost 2 years.
Okay.
So I was around about 17, 18. He was around about 16. Somewhere around up in there, 15, 16, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, we was already from the streets back then, so you know, we wanted to have money and stuff. You know, we didn't have money like that, so eventually we went to the streets, you know what I'm saying? We started picking them things up, man, and started trying to do what we had to do, you know. I ain't proud of it, you know. And one time I was you know, we got into something, man, and I got careless. And I was running, and I just turned around and shot the gun. I almost shot my brother, and I escaped my cousin on the arm. And ever since then, man, we kind of grew up from that time. You know what I'm saying? But that was one of the wild stories we had. That kind of changed me.
Yeah, and the reason I'm asking that is because, like, I'm trying to show his growth. You know, I'm trying to show the growth and development, because the name of the documentary is From the Streets to the Penitentiary Towards Islam. So I'm trying to show these different phases to show like where he came from all the way to where he got to where he at now.
Right. I'm gonna give you a story, and he can vouch for this. You know, after we was doing all the robbing and everything, whatever, you know what I'm saying, I started hustling a little more. I was like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna try to make money or whatever. And he was more on the robbing side. That stuck with him.
Yeah.
So he was doing a little more robbing and all that, you know what I'm saying? And so over time, you know what I'm saying? It was like, if you ever seen the movie The Mac, right? You ever seen Goldie, and he had the brother, right? But it was reverse. You know what I'm saying? It was reverse. I was trying to pull him to where I was.
Yeah.
But it was all, you know, being in the streets or whatever. So he ended up, you know, he did his time before I did mine. When he was younger, he ended up getting caught up in a situation, you know what I'm saying? He ended up doing time. And during that time when he left, I was still finding my way, you know, being in Tampa, because my brother was gone, but I still had to maintain out here.
Yeah.
So when he went to prison, he was able to call me, every now and then. So as I was trying to find my way, I seen these Muslim brothers up to the store, at his corner store. They used to sell CDs and books and all type of shit. So I was curious about the religion, because I had never really heard of Islam myself. So I was curious about Islam, and I started talking to the brothers here and there. You know what I'm saying? They was giving me a little game and put me up on Islam.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one Indian guy that I knew, he was a Muslim, because now I'm starting to learn.
Yeah.
And so he started teaching me a lot. That's the one that taught me about the Prophet Muhammad and all that. So I was really excited about, being in Islam.
Mm-hmm.
So when he called me one day on the phone, and I
he
told him,
from the chain gang right now?
he called me from prison.
Yeah.
And I told him, I say, bro, man, I've been studying this religion, man, Islam, He was like, what? Man, what is Islam? I say, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's because I seen, without my knowledge, knowing that it went further than the brothers, but it was the brotherhood of it drew me to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So and when I told him about it, he took it. He said, okay. So next thing I know, I got a call from him, and he was a Muslim, and he still went to this day. Yeah, I take credit for it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so look, that leads me into my next question.
Right.
Like, so from knowing him from the young brother Jihad, from knowing him from Jit, to him transitioning into Jihad,
Right.
like, tell me about some of the things. Like, tell me about the character change and anything that you seen on his journey. Like, as far as his transition to Jihad, like, I'm basically asking, tell me about him as a Muslim. Like, what you see him
now as a
far as
Muslim,
him being a Muslim.
Listen. Now as a Muslim, and anybody who know him, anybody out here, especially in Tampa, people know him further than that. But you could tell that he was dedicated to taking this thing further. You know what I'm saying? Because this man actually learned to speak Arabic on his own.
Yeah.
Boy, I can't even tell you an Arabic letter. and I tried to, you know what I'm saying? I was in Islam real heavy before he was. But I can't even show you an Arabic letter, man. This man picked up on that thing, man. When I talked to him, you know what I'm saying? He was writing me. His vocabulary was changing.
Yeah.
He say, bro, I don't change my name. I say, what you change your name to, bro? Because, we still calling you Jit.
Yeah.
He say, man, I'll change my name to Jihad. Jihad Muhammad. I said, okay, well, I'm with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I seen him when he got out, man. He started going. He was young. Like things we used to do, we were still used to him doing that.
Yeah.
And when we trying to come to him, like, bro, come on, man, let's do it. He said, no, I got to pray. You know what I'm saying? And he was dedicated. You know what I'm saying? I seen his growth as far as becoming a grown man. And then, another thing, when he got out, I was living across on the north side of Tampa, and my wife had a friend that lived a couple doors down from us. Her name was Renee.
Yeah.
And when my brother got out, I told my wife, I said, look, tell your friend, man, my brother just got out, man. He a good dude, man, and y'all should talk or whatever. So long story short, he got twin boys and grandchildren and everything behind that part of it, so I seen him grow from there. I seen him came from being a little robber to a grandfather. How you like that?
Yes,
From
sir.
a robber to a grandfather. And right now, he still got a lot to do. He ain't done yet.
Yeah. Now, that's my last question, because we already kind of touched on it.
Right.
But I asked everybody this question because I like to get the different perspectives on it. So tell me the difference between Jit and Jihad.
The difference between Jit and Jihad?
Yeah.
The difference between Jit and Jihad is mature. And he kind of will think some things through now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when he was Jit, like I say, he was the robber, the fighter, you know what I'm saying? Zero understanding whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
But Jihad now, is somebody that's trying to, you know what I'm saying, put a good influence on the youth and brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? He for the people, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I've been standing with him his whole ride. I try to give him advice when I can give it to him. But in my eyes, I'm glad he became the man that he became. That's real.
Yes, sir, that's real. I appreciate your time, man. Tell the people your name and where you from.
Man,
You know,
I'm City
shout
Slick, man.
yourself
I'm
out.
originally from Belle Glade, Florida, but I've been in Tampa, man, 30-something years, man. So you know this home, man. You know, y'all can find me at cityslick411@gmail.com. And you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. You know what I'm saying? I do a little something here and there, but y'all holler at me, you know what I'm saying? Get with me.